Welcome to SumerZen, the very first day of SumerZen, which is very similar to Zen 10 for those of you who did Zen 10, which was 10 minutes of ZoomTangle, but this is not going to be 10 minutes. This might be a little bit longer or around 10, we don't know. We're just going to start and we're going to do 3 days to complete a tile rather than 5. So the first thing we're going to do is take a nice deep breath in and out, and remembering to breathe and focus, relax, slow down, be present, let it go, no expectations, no judgment, acceptance, appreciate, and have fun. Letting go of the outcome and being in the present moment. And we're going to start off today with our pen. I'm using the Micron 01 pen. You can use any black pen at all. And I'm just using a square sketchbook, which is very similar to the regular, this is the standard ZoomTangle tile, so it's a little bit bigger than that. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is in the middle, let's draw a little circle. Nice and slow and relaxed. And now we're going to come up pretty far here and draw a slightly curved line. It's like a slight S, touching that circle, or orb as we like to call it, and there's no perfection. Circle implies a perfect round shape. We never have any perfection in ZoomTangle. So I'm going to do the same thing all the way around. I'm going to turn my tile to get another angle and do the same thing, leaving some space. I'm just doing this slightly S shape, leaving some space in between. Doesn't matter how much. Don't try to do it exactly like me. We're just all going to do it differently. Don't think about it. Just turn your tile and draw another slightly S shape, going all the way around. Nice and slow and relaxed. And Tangle is all about relaxing, getting meditation benefits. And I think I might even add another one here. So I'm shooting for 8 sections, but it doesn't matter. Really doesn't matter. But I think I'm giving you 8 patterns. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you might want to have 8 sections in there. And now we're going to connect these ends. And we're going to give it this arc shape. You can even actually come out a little bit, rounding that, giving it a round shape. So we're just from tip to tip, giving this arc, connecting them with this arc shape, focusing on that arc, making sure your pen has a very light touch. Don't press down too hard. I'm saying that because I just did that. Especially if you're using a Micron 01, because they're kind of fragile. So yours will look different. It doesn't have to look exact. Every time I do this, it looks different. So it doesn't matter as long as we have these different sections. And now we're going to aura one side of each one of these. So actually, we're going to aura each one of these S's. So we're going to start right on this. This was a full one. So just this left side here, I'm going to give it a nice tight aura. Nice thin aura. Doesn't really matter actually, but, and then you can start that aura anywhere you like. Just keep it in mind, we're just giving this left side of each one of these sections an aura, an inside aura. Turn your tile or your sketchbook And for those of you who are new to ZenTangle, when I say tile, it's just a paper tile, but that's what ZenTangle calls it, because at the end we make a mosaic by putting them all together. So we call them paper tiles. So I do recommend having soft music in the background or just nice and quiet, trying to be very relaxed when we do this. So now what we're going to do, because this is a 3-day tile, so we're going to do one more thing, and then tomorrow I'm going to give you 4 patterns to go inside of these petals, and then the next day I'll give you 4 more patterns. You can, if you can always create a whole new another one each day if you'd like. You don't have to stick to the one. So today we're going to just fill in the auras. If you have enough room, I know I said a little tight there, but let's do a couple of auras. We're going to do a couple different things. The first one is going to be very simple, and we're just going to give it these orbs. So I'm going to just pick one of these auras, and I'm just going to put in some orbs. So it's just a round shape, and I'm tracing right along the edges, squeezing those orbs in, which is just an imperfect circle or roundish or oval shape, doesn't really matter. Breathing in and out, nice and slow. We're just doing this within one aura right now because I'm going to give you a different pattern for each aura. And if you might have heard my cat, that was my cat, not my baby, crying or meowing. And what I like to do is any little white spaces in the background, you can color those in or just I just dab them if it's real small space. Kind of give it some little drama. And the next one here, and I would choose one, if your next one is real tight, find a thicker one. This is probably my widest one. And I'm gonna start right here, just and give it kind of a wavy shape. It's actually very similar to these S shapes that we did to create this shape. And I'm just gonna give it these wavy little S's, filling that up just with a wavy line. Focusing on each stroke. Maybe find another one you can squeeze in between. Now for the next aura, I'm going to put in these little bands, so little arc lines, and color them in, and then draw a band on either side. So these are arc lines, slightly curved. Doesn't matter how far apart they are. And then a aura on either side. So I'm going to find another aura now. I'm going to turn my tile to get a more comfortable position. And here I'm just going to kind of give it the slant and come around and give it a loop. So I'm tracing each edge. So I'm tracing along the edge, I'm coming up, and then tracing along that top, coming down, making a loop. It's almost like a cursive small letter E, if you think about that. And if you have room, you could either leave it like that or do it again, turning it upside down or the other direction and doing it reverse. So I might put a little one, or just, it's very little space. So I might just get a little one in there. Just put another little loop in between each one. That's if you have some room. This is really tight on mine. And now let's see. For the next one, we're going to draw an orb right in the middle of the aura, nice big orb. And then we're going to draw an orb behind it. It's really an arced line. And then you'll do it on the other side. Now you can either do that or turn it around to get, if I'm right-handed, so I like to turn it around. More comfortable angle. So we've got 5 different auras so far, 5 different fill-ins. And got a couple more to go. So for this one here, we're going to do the pattern Shattuck. So I'm just going to, you could do this curved or straight. So I'm just going to straight diagonal line. And I'm going to then aura that to fill up this section. And then I'll zigzag that. So now I'll draw the diagonal line going the other direction and aura that. Filling up that section. And so on. So we're just giving it these diagonal lines and auraing them to fill up that section. And your for these small sections, your pen can barely touch the paper if you want. Very light, but slow and controlled. Focusing on each line that we draw, giving it our undivided attention. Breathing in and out. Letting go of what it looks like. Focusing on being in the present moment. Nothing matters except this moment. So we have 2 more auras to go. And if you come up with something, maybe your inner artist is coming through and all of a sudden you have this idea to put in one of these auras, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. Okay, so let's see. For the next one, we're going to just draw straight lines. And I'm going to turn my tile from a comfortable position. And I'm just giving it stripes. That's all. Nice and slow and relaxed. And if you want here, you could color in some of them randomly. Give a little random drama, as we call it. Whenever we color in something or a little dark, we call it drama. Giving it some oomph, I guess. And now we have one more to go. And I'm just going to do the same thing that I did with the straight lines, but they're just going to be curved lines. So very similar to here, but they're closer together. So they're just curved stripes. So if you want pattern names to these, this one is Shattuck, 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 and I'll put that in the description of the video. And this one here is Barber Pole, just like you would see a barber pole, like a barber shop, but we call that Barber Pole. And everything else is just, this one here is Eke, E-K-E, with the loops. And then we've just got orbs for the others and lines and stripes, so no real line names for those. All right, so that's it for today. Let's take another deep breath in and out and come back tomorrow to see how we're going to fill in 4 of these sections. Have a great day.